Hey everyone, so I was going to make another guess to melt video to kind of catch up with the $95 silver and the 48.50 gold, but I decided to do something a little bit different. I know there's a lot of new collectors, a lot of new people getting into gold and silver, and instead of doing a guess the melt, which is kind of better for people that are already into gold and silver and know the prices so they can make a educated guess. There you go. I got it out. Sometimes my words just get all twisted. All right. I'm pretty sure y'all do too. Just every now and then your mouth doesn't work. Your brain moves faster than your mouth. So, anyways, I have 9 coins here. These are 9 of the kind of more uh, regular coins, the coins you'll see in coin shops, the ones you might come across when you're looking for gold and silver. So I'm just going to go over them and I'm going to tell you the melt so that when you're looking for coins, or maybe you found some, or maybe you held on this some, but you want to know how much you can get, this will just be a video kind of telling you the melt value basically with these coins. Now, there might be premiums on some of the coins, especially if they're key date or semi key. There's always a higher premium on gold. But I'm just going to talk about the melt prices because if you are buying, unless you're looking for something that's more numismatic, older or lower mintage or like a key date or a specific date that you might need to fill a book, you want to try to get as close to melt as possible. And even with these high gold and silver prices, it is still possible to find coins below melt. I do it all the time, and every time I do it, or at least almost every time I do it, I make a video saying, "Hey, this is where I found gold and silver for under spot." And I make videos. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, press that bell button. I never talk about that, but I guess I'm supposed to help the algorithm. But press all the buttons you see on your screen. Well, at least the ones to follow my video. Like, subscribe, comment, click the bell, whatever. So I'll start with the Morgan dollar. So the Morgan dollar, right now, the melt on this coin is $73.36. So this is just under an ounce of silver. So this is 0.7734 ounces of silver. It's 90% silver. All of these coins here, except two. So I should say 4 out of 6 of these coins are 90% silver. So you can see this is what you would call uh, almost uncirculated. There are maybe some small marks uh, that kind of show up. You can see there might be some bag marks, some other light kind of um, scratches on it. My mouth just doesn't want to work tonight. Anyways, I'm also just throwing this video out in the middle of nothing, so this is not planned for at all. But you can see the melt on this coin is 73.36. So if you can buy this from around $73, that's a good deal. Less than $73 is even better. And if you're looking to sell it, try to get at least 73. Now, you also want to look at the key dates for all of these coins. So if you have a key date Morgan, like a CCE or one, like a 1899 Morgan dollar, 1899p, which only has 300,000, which I've been after for so long, you definitely don't want to sell that for melt. You want to look up how much these coins go for on eBay. Look at the sold listing. So on to the next coin. So this is a half dollar. The melt on this coin right now, a 90% half dollar, is $34.31. So if you're looking to buy it, you want to get it for around 34 or under, unless it is a key date or a low mint coin. You can see this. I had this at sell on my shop for $30. I took it back because these were at my shop for 32, 33, and actually I would rather hold on to them. So if you see this kind of pricing on a coin, go get it before the dealer takes it back, because I have kind of taken this back. This might go into my personal collection or I might hold on to it. But $34 is what the melt price is on a half dollar right now. And here is a quarter. So a quarter has a melt of $17.15. That's insane. So if you can get these for less than 17, actually you can still find these a lot of places for 15 or 16, and I would stack up on quarters. I love quarters. And a lot of people don't like them. A lot of people will pass them up because they want the iconic coins. They want the Morgans, the half dollars. They want the Mercury dimes. But a lot of people pass the quarters up. They just don't like them, especially because they look just like the regular quarters today, except for the statehood quarters and the America the Beautiful quarters. Those look a little bit different, and then all the other quarters that came out since 2010. But all the quarters from 1932 to like someone will correct me, but like 2008 or 2009, all those quarters look exactly the same. So some people don't like them for that reason, but these are great ones to collect. I really love quarters. So a dime. There's a few different dimes, but this is the most iconic silver dime, the Mercury dime. And these have a melt right now. If my screen will work with me. Uh, $6.86. That's insane. So if you can get these for under 680, that's a deal. Buy them. You know, especially if you're new or you want to stack. This also gives you a lot of versatility. So if you wanted to say trade with a friend, or if it gets to the point where barter becomes kind of expected, dimes are great because right now this is only $6. But let's say that let's just for now let's just say that silver hit $140. Well, this is $10 exactly. So and this is $50 exactly. This is $100 exactly. So and a quarter is a little bit different. It's is that $25? Okay. Well, I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Just add two zeros on each one because I just started with a dime and went kind of backwards or forward, however you want to say it. But if silver hits $140, actually 140 for these, 129 for this, because Morgan dollars actually have more silver than the subsidiary coins, which these are called subsidiary. Subsidiary is just less than a dollar because historically this was a dollar. These were coins less than a dollar, so they were treated a little bit different from 1850, 1857 and on. 1853. So 1853, before 1853, all of these had the same silver content according to their face value. After 1853, the subsidiary coins, these coins were reduced. And then they were increased later on in 1873, but they still had less silver per dollar than a silver dollar. And so 686, and for a war nickel, these are 35% silver. These are cool, and these are a good starter coin if you just want something kind of cheap. Well, actually, these are almost the same price as a dime now, but the melt on these are $5.34, and you can find these for pretty cheap. Actually, I found 8 of these the other day for $2.50, and a couple of weeks ago, right before Christmas, I found like 5 or 6 for $2. So you can find war nickels for a pretty good deal. You should be able to still find these for under $5, even though they have more than $5 in silver in them. And the main reason is if you were to melt these coins down, you wouldn't want to. These are historic coins. You do not want to melt these down. But if you were to, the refiner would take the Morgan dollars, of course. They would also probably take the 90%. But when it comes to the war nickel and the 40% half, they probably wouldn't take them. So these are considered a little less valuable, but they're still silver. So if you want to get started with silver, I would start with the dimes, the war nickels, and the 40% half dollars. But because these really do get expensive. So if you only have a few bucks, you want to own some silver for under $10, you should be able to get these for under $10, and you might be able to get one of these for under $10. But let's go ahead and talk about that now. So a 40% half dollar, let's see, has $14.03. So let's just say $14. So $14 in silver in this coin. So you should still be able to get these under $13. They still go for about melt, but just like the war nickel, these have a low purity. So they're less desirable when you go to sell them, but they're amazing for collectability. And these are becoming more popular. I have sold so many of these. And I'm picking them up every time I see them. Every time I see a 40% half, I'm buying them because I know that just within a week or two, silver will go up and I can make a couple bucks just on the arbitrage from when I bought it to the current melt price. But these are really good coins to own. Some people would argue, but I like them. But good entry coins. So now, if you were wanting to just make a quick buck and buy some coins that you could flip later, you would want to kind of stick to the dime, quarters, and half dollars. Morgans are fine too, but some people try to undercut you on Morgans. They'll even sometimes try to say that this has the same amount of silver as a dollar face, which it does not. But just if you're collecting because you love collecting and you want some silver, if you didn't have a few bucks, I would go for the 40% halves, the war nickels, and the dimes. Now, when you have a good bit of money, I would do dime, quarters, half dollars, and Morgans. And Morgans are more collectible coins, so there's always going to be kind of a higher premium on Morgans, even the regular date Morgans. Now, there are some called Coal where the Morgans are pretty rubbed. Just like there's a lot of Coal different coins, but I was just trying to see if I had one near here. I have my personal stack right here. I don't know. I don't really stack Coal coins. So back to this, anyways. Before I get distracted, squirrel. Okay, so to the next coins, we'll go to gold. Because a lot of people are scared of gold, and I was initially scared of gold. I didn't buy my first gold coin until I had a little over 100 ounces of silver because I trusted and I understood silver more. But there's nothing scary about gold. Just make sure your coin is real. So if you buy it online, uh, take it to a coin shop and have them test it. They'll test it for free. Any reputable dealer, coin seller, coin shop will test it for free. They're not going to charge you and they won't tell you no. Maybe they'll make an excuse. Oh, my machine is broken. That's BS. But just buy a coin and buy it on eBay if you're buying online because you can send it back and they'll give you your money back and even let you keep it. I'm not saying scam the system. I'm just saying there's a little bit of protection. So if you want to buy local. That's what I would recommend. Always support your local coin shop. They're there for a reason. If you ever get in a pinch and you need money, they will take your coins. So support your local coin shop because it's reciprocal. They sell to you, you sell to them, and it's a trusted partnership. So now onto the gold. So I'll start with this half eagle. Sorry. So I love half eagles. My favorite gold coin is actually a quarter eagle. I love the $1 too, but those have an extremely high premium. So with the quarter eagle, let's see. I had it up earlier. Okay, I have it right here. So a quarter eagle right now has $1,170. So $1,170. So these just a few months ago had 800. So if you bought a few months ago, congratulations, you've made almost $400 in just a few months on holding one of these. If you have one in your possession and you're looking to sell it, know that the melt price on these right now are about 1170. So that's the minimum you would want. Now, of course, some coin shops might pay you 5% back. I've heard some paying 20% back. Yeah, Braxton. But so you want to know how much gold is in there before you sell it so that you go in there educated and you know what to expect. Now, they might do 5 or 10% back, like I said. That's kind of a normal thing. If you can trade this peer to peer, say you know someone that wants your gold, you could sell it to them and you can sell it for spot and get 100% or maybe a little bit more, which with most pre-33 golds, which is what this is because it was made before 1933 and it was issued by the US government, there's going to be a premium. So there might be, say, a 5 to 10% premium when you buy it. So this coin has about $1,170 in gold. It would probably sell for around $1,200 to $1,250. And if it's a key date, just like the silver coins, if one is low mint or key date, there's going to be a higher premium. So a key date on this, like if it's Dahlonega or Charlotte or Carson City, or one with a really extremely low mint, you're going to pay several thousand. So in this video we're just going to talk about the melt on the common coins because when you get into the real numismatic key dates, it gets insane. Some coins that you wouldn't think would be worth $10,000 could be worth $10,000, and some that you might think is $10,000 is worth melt. So I'm just going to talk about melt in this video. So 1170 for this coin, and you would want to, if you're buying one, you would want to get one from around that, or maybe 1200 would be good. If you're selling it, I wouldn't sell it for less than 1,000. And so here is a quarter eagle. Quarter eagle, like I said, is my favorite gold coins for stacking because these are most of the $1, the $3, and the $2.50 are low mint. Like not all of them, but a lot of them. When it comes to the $5, $10, and $20, most of those are high mint. You can see like this coin here, 3.6 mil, and that's actually pretty medium. This one here, This is a quarter eagle. The mintage on this is 700,000, and with this one, you see the mintage is 100,000. So that's why these have a higher premium. So again, just talk about melt. So the melt on this coin here is $585. So if you're buying one, now with these Indians, even though the mint isn't exactly that much lower, there is lower mint coins of these. But if you were to get a Liberty Head, which I used to call them coronets, I still call them coronets, but most people call them Liberty Head. If you had these two exact same coins, the Indians go for slightly higher. I think they're more just collectible, so there's more of a demand for the Indian heads. I've met a lot of people who love the Indian heads, but you would want to purchase it around $600 to $650, and you would want to sell it for maybe. I mean, you definitely want to sell it around that, but you won't want to sell it less than $520. So now onto the $1. I love these, but these have a very high premium. These are usually about twice the melt, or some of them are even way more than twice the melt. And I actually had a Dahlonega. I had an 1850 Dahlonega quarter eagle that I bought for $395, and I sold it for $2,400. So you can. A good thing about gold coins is most of them are low mint, but with gold, most of them are less than 10 mil. There's not a lot of gold coins that has more, a mintage higher than 10 mil, and 10 million, I should say. But gold coins are all low mint, but not all. Like I said, there's a threshold where they become more valuable. But if let's just say that 3 million people were after this coin would absolutely leave the market. It would become, maybe 10 times more valuable. So I love gold coins because they're generally low mint. So back to this $1 coin. So the melt on this $1 gold coin is $234 for this tiny coin, which is 1.6 grams. So that's how crazy expensive gold is now. I was looking back in the 90s. You could get these for about, I think it was $30. It's insane. I'll put it on the screen. Now, I don't mean that you could get it for $30. I mean, that was the melt. But these coins are just absolutely beautiful, and there's a few different ones. This is a type 3. I actually have a type 1, and they're kind of interesting because they're much smaller. So if you can see, they're smaller but thicker, but they're pretty cool. I love these. And so if you're looking to buy one of these, you would want to buy it for close to melt as possible. Look for a high mintage one with a mintage like a 1852, 1853. Those have a mintage of like 3 or 4 million, and those go for close to melt. But it also depends on condition. So if you can get one of these for around 250 to 300, I would grab them. If you're looking to sell, I wouldn't sell less than melt. So if you take these to a shop and they're like, I'll give you 200, the melt is 234. So don't even do that. These coins should always get you melt or higher. Don't sell this for anywhere below melt, because that if you check online, you'll see that these coins are always, most of them are double melt. And so if the melt is $234, most of them go for about $460, $480. And then higher mintage ones might go for $50 to $100 over melt. So even a high mintage one, you'll probably still pay $300 to $350 when the melt is $230. So I hope you like this video, and I hope this educated you a little bit, especially if you're a new viewer, if you're a new stacker, or if you're a new collector. That's who I really wanted to target with this video, so I can educate you a little bit and know what your coins are worth if you have them and are about to sell them, or if you're looking into coin collecting. So thank you. Like, subscribe, comment, share, click that bell, whatever you have to do. Thanks. Bye.